guaranteed to uphold the free speech rights and such, but repeating the rhetoric of that there is an invasion on the border, that there's criminals on the border, that what the actions of federal government is anywhere connected with what federal law and the Constitution says. It's just repeating rhetoric.
Joe LaCava,
conversation.
You are very dangerous to this county, to the city of San Diego, and all of the people who sit and still claim that there was no invasion on the border, that there were no criminals on the border. That is absolute bullshit. That is a lie, and you are inciting more violence with what's going on around the nation and what's planning to be happening tomorrow. You're encouraging more violence by acting like there was not an invasion on the border. Children went missing, people were trafficked, you incentivized it. Most of it was happening in the city of San Diego, which you guys tried to obfuscate and hide from the people, which is extremely dangerous when there were criminals. Not only because they crossed the border illegally, but criminals. A little 5-year-old girl was raped in her home by one of these individuals that came across the border that you claim is not a criminal. And we're paying for the defense of these people. And now look at what is happening in our nation, because you guys have refused to acknowledge, to take responsibility for the complicit nature that you guys had engaged in to facilitate the invasion. And now to spin it and act like that's not what happened, but that these people are peacefully protesting ICE raids. No, they are rioting, they are looting, they are very well funded by NGOs. And what's going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. But if San Diego gets destroyed, you guys will be at fault for that, because you allowed this to happen.
Thank you, Audrey. Your time has expired.
Speech rights and such, but repeating the rhetoric of that there is an invasion on the border, that there is criminals on the border, that what the actions of federal government is anywhere connected with what federal law and the Constitution says.
All right. I already talked to the executive committee about this, but it's important to be talking to you guys about this, because the rhetoric that LaCava is spewing is very dangerous. And the rest of you that are spewing the same kind of language about what was actually taking place on the border and what's taking place now in our nation and what's set to take place tomorrow could be potentially very damaging to San Diego. What is happening with these riots, people looting, people destroying property and harming individuals because they don't like that the federal government is coming in and holding these people accountable. The problem is that the federal government actually needs to hold all of the public officials accountable. So what happened to Alex Padilla? Good thing. It needs to happen to more politicians who encouraged the invasion on our border, encouraged criminals to come across, encouraged the children to go missing, and continue to try to bait and switch, pull wool over the people's eyes, and act like it's something that it isn't. And if something happens in San Diego tomorrow and across the nation, because there's potentially set to be some really violent things that take place, as we've already seen in LA, you guys are going to be at fault for that, because you did nothing to stop it. You continue to do nothing to stand against it. In fact, you're impeding ICE's ability to come in and do their job when you asked them and told them that it's their job to take care of it. So it is detrimental to the people that you represent to continue down that same path. And it will lead you into a jail cell. So you have some pretty significant choices to make moving forward.